All right, hello. It has been quite a while, but I have played the game in the past week. I've actually been playing for the past couple weeks, but I've mostly only been playing like one character and just doing some casual raiding. But I played a bunch of different characters, and I'm starting to get the hang of trying to maintain all my healers again. So I think for 10.2, I'm just getting them all prepared, and then that way when 10.2 releases, I have less work to do and keep upkeeping them. But the plan is to fully start making content again for 10.2 as long as my schedule allows, which currently it is. So for now, content might be slow. I have a couple ideas for some content to come out before 10.2, but I probably wouldn't expect too much out of the channel until we get closer to 10.2. Like once we get an announcement date, I'll start throwing out content, but I don't want to like expend all my energy right now trying to make content when the patch is pretty slow right now and there's not a lot of people playing the game anyways. So for now, we'll do some vault videos, maybe some other stuff that might come up. We'll just kind of see as time goes on. Starting off with a mage I've been playing for some DPS keys, and we get a really good ring and also a very good offhand. But this is only champion and this is mythic, so we take the ring. And this week I did manage to get, I believe it was 8 vaults done with at least one slot that's max, or not max eye level, but mythic item level, because now you don't need to do like a plus 20 in order to max your vault. You technically could just do a 16 and still get an item that you can then upgrade to max item level. So the new system's definitely very interesting in this season where it's a lot easier to gear your characters. Like I think my Druid was like 420 item level like 3 weeks ago, and I'm already up to like 444 just off of heroic rating and doing some like a handful of 20s. Next up is my Demon Hunter, and then we'll move on to the healers and whatnot. But yeah, other than that, new job is going really well, and I have just kind of started getting more comfortable with the job and stuff, so I'm able to expend a little bit more free time into other things like playing the game and stuff. So for my Demon Hunter, we get exactly what I was just about to say I wanted, which is a like an upgraded Krog-Tusk or another weapon. So that's pretty awesome. I'm not sure if having 2 of these is like good. I don't remember. So because I have another one that's upgradable, but it's not mythic, it's just champion, and then I could do like a crafted weapon. So I guess I'll have to look into that. But for now, we'll just equip it and I'll look at it later. Then we got Evoker. Most of these healers that I'm logging into now, I just have done one key on just to get something in the vault. So I have like my Evoker, my Monk, and my Paladin, not my Shaman. Those 3 just should have one option as far as I know in the vault. And then we get to the other characters like my Shaman, my Priest, and my Druid that I've been playing a lot more frequently. Those I've been putting a lot more time into. And I've actually, done some heroic raid or done multiple keys to have multiple options and stuff like that in the vault. So here's the Evoker, which is only a measly 411 eye level. I haven't played him literally at all since the last patch. And we get some avoidance gloves. That's pretty huge. The only thing that's unfortunate about that is the one key I ran, I also got gloves. So that's kind of unfortunate because I was going to wait to equip them. They're 428s, but obviously these are higher eye level and have way better stats and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, if I switch it over to tier, it'll keep the avoidance on it. So we'll do that. Also, out of all the healers I played that were really low eye level, trying to get like a weekly key done with some of my guildies, doing like anywhere from like 17s to 20s. On undergeared healers, Preservation Evoker was still the easiest by far in terms of just raw healing output. The healing output that you can do on that class with, what is it, the Temporal Anomaly, the little orb you throw out, and it applies the echo to everyone, it's so strong. Like, I felt completely comfortable in the key that we ran. I think we ran like a 19 Halls of Infusion or something like that, and it felt totally fine. It's actually, crazy. We got the Mistweaver Monk. And I guess now there's actual like healer trinkets that you want in this game, so that's pretty cool. I like that. I hope they do more of that because it's nice not just always trying to search for damage trinkets. I also like running damage trinkets, but I wish it was more optional. Like you could do one or the other. Like apparently Rain Song is really, really, really OP, so we got that last night in the key that we ran as a weekly. And then now we got these tier pants, which I'll just equip now, and then I have a helmet to keep my 4-piece going. And then I'm sure I can turn something else into tier at some point. Yeah, we got Rain Song on the Mistweaver, which is probably really good. At least that's the trinket I hear everybody complaining about on Twitter that they can't get it as a healer, so I'm assuming it's very strong. Especially for things like M+. It seems really strong because it gives you haste and it gives your allies haste. And I think that's what they need to make more of in order to make healer trinkets more viable in content, especially higher end content, is just make it to where it's not so much just like this does healing. It needs to buff. It needs to give your allies some kind of benefit always rather than healing. Because if it just heals, it's going to overheal like 90% of the time. And we have Holy Paladin. We get a haste verse necklace. That seems pretty good to replace the lariat. Also get a 17 Underrot. And then now we are moving into the characters that have multiple things done, so we'll have more options to pick from rather than just getting what we get. So on my Shaman, I did a full heroic clear, and then I believe I may have done 4 keys, so we might have 2 Mythic Plus options, but I don't remember. We might not. It may just be the heroic options and then the 1 Mythic Plus option. I unfortunately did not kill Starkreth on my Shaman because I switched characters for it just to get the 7 options in the vault. So I think what I'm going to do is not run Elemental. We're going to run Restoration instead for the loot spec, just for that potential in like Rain Song or whatever other trinkets people like, since we can't get Beacon anyways. So here we get Moarshocks Molten Heart. If I'm not mistaken, this is also very good. I think people are like running this all the time in Mythic Plus. And then we get Crit Haste Belt, Crit Burst Ring, that's very good. I need to look up this trinket really quick just to see if people are running it. Because if I'm not mistaken, most healers are running this in Mythic Plus, but I don't know about Resto Shaman specifically, so we'll just look it up. But because it gives versatility and restores mana and stuff like that, it definitely seems like a pretty solid option. I'm just looking on sub creation here really quick. I guess I can share it. Do that. And then we just want to scroll down to where it shows gear and trinkets and such, which should be somewhere right around here. There it is, Moarshocks Molten Heart. Yes, so pretty much everyone is running it. There's a few people that aren't, but it is a very popular trinket, so we are definitely going to take that. Even though it's only a heroic version, I am totally fine with that. That's still, we can upgrade this to, what, like a 441 eye level, I believe. So, still very, very strong. Alright, sweet. So we get a good trinket, and that also replaces these 2 absolutely terrible trinkets that I have. The Mastery one isn't like the worst thing ever, but this Tome of Unstable Power is not the greatest, so replace that. Very happy with that. Then we have Priest, which I did. I definitely did 4 keys on my Priest. And I don't think I did any raid because I did the last 2 bosses on my Druid, so I think the only character that's going to have raid options this week is my Shaman. Hopefully I can kind of fit more time into jumping in a pug group or something like that this week, but I'm not like, again, I'm not trying to like burn myself out on the game immediately just because I feel inspired to be making content again. I want to save that energy for 10.2, and when we get closer to 10.2 and people are more interested in, you know, making a return to the game and stuff like that, because right now it's pretty slow. We're on Shadow right now. I think we just actually go Discipline because I already have a beacon, so don't need that. So we get a crit haste weapon, which is very good. We already have a weapon, but it is crit mastery, which is way worse stats. This also replaces the heroic offhand that we have. And alternatively, we could get mythic shoulders, which are also very good. But I think for this, I'm going to take this weapon. I think taking the weapon, better stats, don't have to worry about the offhand item level anymore. It has haste on it, which is already like a huge win because my weapon does not have haste on it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go with the weapon. And I will equip that now, and then we will enchant it later. Can't complain too much about that. Obviously, I could make like a crafted weapon instead and take something else, but I have so much stuff I need to craft still on these characters. Like I need to craft the embellishment cloak that everyone's making, the spore cloak. And then I think on my priest, I also wanted to run the little versatility bracers that you can make, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I'm thinking of, maybe that's only plate. I don't remember actually. I'd have to look into it. Thought there was 2 embellishments on my priest that I wanted to run, but maybe it's just the cloak that I care about. And then lastly, we have the Resto Druid, which I am going to run as Restoration just to potentially get some like Rain Song and stuff like that. Did I actually switch my spec that time? Yes, it did. Okay. So here we go. Alright, so we got 447 shoulders, which I already have. We got a 447 neck with really bad stats, which I already have. A good neck, and we got a chest piece. 447, which I already have. So that is very unfortunate. I think we get literally nothing from this. I don't think it's worth taking anything. Technically, I could take the shoulders just so that I don't have to use the aspects crest on them. But I don't have that much more stuff to upgrade anyways. It's already almost all maxed out. So I think we're just going to take the tokens and start putting sockets on our gear, basically. Since I don't have any of those. We get a 21 key, we get a Nelflare. Cool. So then here we take, what, this thing right here? The socket thing. And then we would just use this on, it looks like bracers, because we have a socket on everything else. So cool. That's actually good that we get a socket on something. And then I'll have to buy a gem later. All right. That was it. Be either making content very soon if I have, inspiration or ideas in the meantime. But other than that, I would expect more content to be coming closer to 10.2. So just kind of stay patient and wait for that. And then I will be making a return. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later.